rolling.
Take him to the Mac.
Could one of you just give a big clap in front of your face, please?
Do you want to do it in front of this one?
Oh, right.
It's not that hard. We're good.
Okay,
Thank you.
I was waiting until like.
Alright, so welcome back to another Original Voice podcast. We are here with Alchemy, one of my favourite OV Live bands.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Alchemy are an exciting, up-and-coming indie rock band located in Derby. I've got this off your Spotify, can you tell?
Yeah, did we write that?
It's going to be horrible to hear
They
this
formed
back.
Did we write it?
in the summer of 2023 and released their debut album, single, Blessings, on New Year's Day 2024. It's a very young, early band, right?
Yeah.
Only been going a year and a half.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day, actually, weren't we? We only have, I think it'll be a year in like 2 weeks or something until we do our first gig.
That's
Last
pretty
February,
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when it,
How's your first year gone?
Eventful.
Pretty good. We've done a lot of
the
stuff.
mic up.
Been to a lot of
Mic, brother.
We've been to done a lot of places. We've been to Nottingham, been around Sheffield a little bit, been like a lot around Derby, and then had the exciting opportunity to go down to London in the summer. So we've not done bad for a first year of gigs, which has been good.
So for those who don't know you, would you like to introduce yourselves individually, your names, and what you do for the band?
I'm Peter, and I'm the singer/acoustic guitarist.
I'm Ollie, and I'm the lead guitarist and backing vocalist.
I'm Brad. So yeah, I've got my own thanks. I'm Brad, and I'm the drummer.
I'm Phil, and I'm the bassist and other vocalist, backing vocalist, and Peter's brother.
And Peter's. Oh, I forgot you guys were brothers.
It's a big selling point.
How is it being in a band with your brother
We argue all the time.
every day?
Well, if anyone's gonna, if anyone argues in the band, it is me and Phil. Like,
No,
but it's kind of a given.
No, it's good because it's like if Peter can't, because Peter can do all this mad stuff with music, and if he can't explain it to the band, then he just looks at me to go like translate it
It's
to
your
these
fault.
guys. It's like, it's also my fault
Yeah,
if you can't do it as well.
How is it?
I was just going to say, I will just mention before we move on, we do have another member who isn't here with us currently.
Yes.
Tom,
Pseudo
who's
manager.
studying down in London.
Okay.
Yeah, the pseudo manager.
And synth player now.
Yeah.
And synth player.
Yeah.
So you're six piece now, five.
Five piece.
Five.
Yeah.
Synth player. Okay, so just to kickstart, just to get to know you a little bit better, we have a section called This or That, and it's very quick fire, and then you pull you up if it's a dodgy answer. So, studio recording or live gig?
Live gig.
Live gig.
Live
Yeah,
gig.
live
Yeah.
gig.
Yeah, live gig. Yeah.
Studio's just stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would definitely say live gig.
Festivals or intimate venues?
Intimate venues.
We've only
For me.
How
I was saying you say festivals. I can't like. I don't know.
Wait, is this for like us to play?
To play.
or to play?
Yeah.
Well, we've
Festival,
we've not really played that many festivals though.
Yeah, I know, but when we have, it's.
I also
been good.
imagine
have.
intimate gigs that we all can I have the microphone. With intimate gigs, they're all come to see you. All the people who are there have come to see you a lot of the time, and then with festivals, it's like people that are just passing by and maybe never seen you before. So I think you're more likely to have a better crowd at an intimate gig than you are at the festival. But then we haven't had much experience at festivals yet. So
Would you classify yourself as more of a festival band?
We'd want to be.
Yeah. It's portrayed in your music like festival.
Yeah.
Like when you listen to Blessings, you just picture sun going down, few beers deep.
Sea of people bouncing.
Yeah.
we've had
Because you're drunk or just.
Yeah.
we've had this conversation before as well. I think we've been writing songs now that we've been like, this would be great in a festival set, and I think that's sort of the goal we've got when we're writing stuff. We want music to please people rather than
And just people to enjoy as well. Like we were so when we started, it was like we need to make this music that's going to be really thoughtful and stuff like that. And we still do. We definitely do. We want to tie that in and make every single one of our songs like a really meaningful thing. But like we were sort of had a switch where it's like, okay, not many people are jumping at our gigs, and we've got loads of really slow, sad songs. So we kind of want a song that's a little bit more like, enjoy life, instead of a song about a divorce like our next. But yeah.
Chains, 5th of February.
Here we go.
5th of February, 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days time. Should be way out.
So, speaking of festivals, have you got any coming up this year?
Not confirmed.
Nope.
Not confirmed now.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've applied.
Hopefully,
We've applied
Why Not, which is a close one to us.
Brilliant
But
festival.
whether we get on that, we
Yeah.
have no
Signed
idea.
up for like Glastonbury and stuff, haven't we?
Yeah, might get on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pyramid
might be on
stage.
the pyramid
Manifest it.
stage.
Yeah, manifesting it.
You never
Yeah.
know. Coffee or tea?
Whoa,
Coffee.
switch.
Tea.
Tea. Why coffee?
Yeah,
Coffee.
Explain yourself.
I don't know. It's one of those things that's weird because it's like not great at all. It's like a panic attack in a cup, but it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like so good, but it's so bad. But that's why I love it. I think.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Fair. Do you normally drink before gigs?
Not booze.
Bit of Dutch.
No.
booze.
It's very much like.
There's only me
gotta
and
be-
Tom that really have a couple before.
Yeah.
In the odd time.
And you're the
Have
worst.
one.
Like,
Just to settle the nerves, isn't it?
Yeah.
But no, it's we're very much like we've seen loads of people that do drink on stage, and it's like that's not what we want to be. We want to be 100% with it when we play give the best performance. I think to
Yeah.
really work hard.
So you value the sound over
Definitely.
over
I think.
you guys having a good time. You value
Mm.
Oh,
the
well,
people
what you're
watching
doing
you.
it for, like.
work hard, play hard. As soon as
Yeah.
the job's done, that's when it's our time to,
Yeah.
let loose.
Especially when people are paying to see you as well. Like I think
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've got
you
you
a
can't
standard.
just be like stumbling around really incoherent. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
you have a standard to uphold, don't you?
Mhm.
You've got to play the show, and you've got to do what you've been paid for. So
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's some bands who'll just go on stage and just get wrecked and
yeah.
have fun. But you guys are kind of like
I mean, it worked for probably the biggest band in UK history,
Yeah.
but it didn't last very long, did it?
Well, we're back.
Yeah. So yeah, but
Yeah.
needed to take a break.
yeah.
Night owl or early birds? Let's translate that into like sessions. So you're practicing. Would you rather go practice in the evening, or would you practice in the morning and then have the rest of your evening?
I prefer more like doing a daytime practice.
Yeah, I prefer the morning.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We've never really done that.
we're quite forced to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're quite forced to like practice in the evening because of like schedules and work and these guys with uni and stuff. But definitely, I think the morning for sure for me.
Yeah, I do. I think with the morning we often will have time after to go off and do stuff like record content or whatever. We're just going to have something to eat together. Whereas in the evening we sort of all have to shoot home because we've got to be up early in the morning for something.
Yeah,
so-
and we all end up having to have drive like 40
Yeah.
minutes. So there's not much chance to stick around afterwards and chat.
Mm.
So it's nice when we don't all have to scatter straight away.
Yeah, because you guys are all quite split up at the minute, right?
Yeah.
fairly
Yeah.
all over the place.
Derby, Sheffield,
Chesterfield.
Chesterfield, Belper,
and London.
and London. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he come up for gigs?
He does. It depends on the gigs, really.
School
Sometimes,
time, yeah.
Sometimes if it's dependent on the term, he can make it up to us. But yeah,
At the end of term, he'll like the end of term times, he'll come and like join us and stuff, and it's always you can notice when you really do notice when he's not there, because it's just like there's just a
something missing,
underlying-
isn't
I
there?
think
Yeah.
he works as well with a. Can I have the microphone, please? He works outside of term time as well. Like he does loads. When we say like pseudo manager, I mean he does like loads of the emails, loads of like design stuff, getting into contact with people. He's like really on board with doing that.
Content-wise as well.
Yeah.
As well. Like we literally just got a new poster from him today that he just worked on. But like he's like really into that side of it.
Shame he's not here.
Yeah, no,
it is very
no.
shaming.
He can run you into the
Yeah.
Yeah.
ground.
'Cause I don't think we've met him.
No, I don't think. we have.
No, you might
You-
not.
Oh, is it the St.
Ilkeston.
Peter's one? St.
Yeah,
Ilkeston,
Ilkeston,
St.
Yeah.
He was there. I think.
He was there,
Was
but
he?
Yeah.
I don't know if he met you guys. But no, yeah.
Because obviously you guys done AV Live with me and Jordan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Sat in the corner.
Yeah.
Should have a camera on you.
A wonderful time, by the way, I might add.
Thank you.
So good, he literally got the t-shirt.
So good, yeah. We
Wonderful
show the camera that little plug for the
Wear art,
the
not
merchandise
labels.
right there. Did you enjoy the AV Live?
No, not really. No, yeah, yeah, it was good. So
cut
good.
that.
We asked you guys back for to come see us in Belper.
Yeah.
In what's up? So
Which was again really cool.
yeah.
Like to see you on stage, got the drone up, got a few chavs watching me fly the drone and stuff. So.
Yeah.
I was saying to you before we started doing this, that your 3 songs are probably my personal favourite from. Shouldn't be saying this. Sorry, everybody else, but probably the 3 most solid songs we've had.
Thank you.
I'd say.
Wow.
Thank you, man. We
And
really
we're
appreciate it.
talking 35 plus now, and I still think I could sing all 3 of your songs word for word.
I mean, I couldn't sing all 3 of our songs word for word.
Yeah, neither could I.
Doing better than me.
Not even Peter.
Yeah, I
can.
was also going to say, like,
But we'll get on to Blessings in a bit because still in my head to this day.
Fair play. Thank you.
Would you rather have all your music on streaming platforms or only in vinyl?
Because I'm a little
Is that
vinyl
sort of like
boy.
going back like maybe 20 years and how it worked back then with physical?
I don't know, that's not that deep.
Yeah, I know. I feel like
I don't think we could survive.
you can't,
You
you
need
can't
stream-
survive.
you
need
need
the
couldn't
streaming.
nowadays.
Not in today's industry.
If we were already famous, like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Then
wonder
I
who'd
would
buy
be more,
an
yeah.
Alchemy like it's like Panchico.
Get in
There's a
touch.
yeah, do like Panchico are a band from like ages ago, and somebody just found and they like split off and everything. They made like one album song or something, and then they split off, and then years in the future, somebody found one of their CDs just in a random. I think it was in an Oxfam in Nottingham. And they've now, like, this guy, like, put it on, I think it was, like, Reddit or something like that, and then loads of people really liked the music and, like, forced the band to sort of come back together. And I think they've just released a new song, but, like, yeah, they got off by, like, just having this one CD in a random
crazy.
shop. So
Maybe you should just start planting CDs and vinyls in
Yeah.
charity shops.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
It just costs money though, and then there's always the chance that no one sees it. So
yeah, fair enough. But
True.
we could be like Indie's best kept secret.
yeah, label ourselves.
I'd rather be known.
Yeah, I'd rather have money than not.
don't play it
So
one.
you'd be on. Well, I was going to say you'd rather be on streaming platforms, but there's not much money in that either.
No.
It's just
No
the reach.
money.
It's just the reach. I think because everyone's got access to it.
Like,
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It's the new way, isn't it? It's the new world of music. If we'd have been about 20 years ago, then I would have loved to see our CDs in shops and things like that. But sadly, it's just not how it works anymore.
You've got to adapt with the times, haven't you?
That's it. Yeah, keep moving forward.
How do you make money apart from gigging?
we don't.
You don't.
Yeah,
We just don't make money.
We actively lose money.
Yeah.
I'll take this off you if you want.
Take the spice. Oh, show the camera the Spice Girls.
Nice.
We do nothing but actively lose money at the moment. We've been making money here and there from gigs, but none of us take a cut from that. It all goes straight into like a band bank, used to pay for studio time.
marketing.
Yeah, marketing. We did a music video recently, so we used some of that to pay for that as well.
It's everything costs money, which is what the biggest problem is. I think if you were just a band that had loads and loads of money, it wouldn't be that hard.
Let's go to a dream world where you've got loads and loads of money.
Yeah,
What do you prioritize as a band?
marketing, social media.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. I think. Yeah,
I think I want to be quite like. I think you can say the friendship. I feel like that's what
You'd pay them to be your friends.
I'd pay them all to be. No, I'm joking. Yeah, what we prioritise the good instruments.
Yeah, I think definitely good equipment, but a lot of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Yeah. Yeah, cocaine pills, all that. No, I think definitely equipment. You've got to splash out, haven't you? I mean, you pick your price, you make your choice, don't you? I suppose things like that. You buy a cheap instrument, it's going to sound shit no matter how good you can play it.
Yeah.
And then marketing for sure.
I think we're at the point now where marketing is like we're trying really hard to get that as good as it can be for what we're doing. Like,
I mean, you've got a great portfolio now of music.
Yeah.
It's probably now just showing people it.
yeah, the hardest thing is getting to the point where you've got people to show it to. Once you've got to like a certain level, it's easier to keep growing. Then I feel like, but the hardest thing is definitely starting off. So I think we've got past the.
We really struggled before we released Blessings. We were trying for a good few months to get gigs and nobody would have us. And then as soon as we released Blessings and that got some traction, we were getting messages all the time, weren't we?
Yeah. And just people enjoying our music. Like, I suppose everybody thinks as soon as you say like, oh, I'm in a band, like they all of a sudden think like really crap covers. And then we put Blessings out, and all of a sudden like loads of my mates were like, oh, not only have you released a song, but it's like a good song and I do enjoy it. And then they sort of, the shift went from like, oh, you're just another throwaway band, but like now you're like, we want to actually listen to you and watch you play. So that was different.
So while we're on the topic, let's just talk about blessings a little bit. So, your first ever song, your biggest song as well.
Yeah.
By far, I think it's 23,000 on Spotify.
Yeah, I think
Right
we're
now.
25-ish now.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's gone up quite a bit. It's still growing.
What was the process of this song? Where did it come from? Who wrote it?
So that was when me and you were together in college, weren't
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
And you'd been in a long distance relationship and sort of wrote. I'll let you explain it. It's your song. I don't know why I'm explaining.
I'll let you narrate my life.
Paraphrase.
No. Brad was a big part of this song. You know, as much as I provided a little bit of the foundation of it. Brad played a fair bit of making it possible. We were in college 2 years ago, and I was on a gap year. We were just in Chesterfield, and I came up with this little riff. It would have been around this time a couple of years ago, so 2023. And yeah, it was just I came up with the riff, and then started to realise that I didn't really do much writing of songs before that. And so sort of just not really much at all, but writing is one of those things, and I'm sure a lot of sort of musicians and composers would be able to vouch for this, in the sense that like when you start to write something, you just, the ball starts rolling. So I wrote that song, and it was just a bit of a stab in the dark, and we started adding things to it as a band after we'd finished college. I finished.
Formed Alchemy as it is.
Yeah. And then people just added stuff.
Blessings we played that in our first practice. So we all came together and we played that day one of we weren't even called Alchemy yet.
Ollie wasn't even with us.
Ollie. A week later, I invited Ollie into the band, but then we played that right from the start. So
it's crazy. So what's the creative journey of writing a song? Do you sort of start lyrics, or do you start with instruments?
So essentially, like, we'll often have like a what we do now is kind of different to how it sort of was in its very early stages. I used to just come up with chords and some stuff, but now it's kind of a bit more of an involvement with all of the whole band, and we'll sort of provide like
we turn it into
idea.
A bit of a jam session, don't we?
Exactly.
Practice. So one person will say, I've got these chords, or I've got this riff, or Phil will have this bass line, and we'll just keep looping it, and we'll just keep going, keep trying things. I mean, the one that I always think of is River. When we wrote River, Peter came to us and said, I've got these chords, played us the opening intro, and I think within 15 minutes we'd got near enough the whole song. Because it just, I mean, like, you immediately had the bass line. For me, I immediately had the drums. Like, it was weird. There was like an open hi-hat in the middle of the bar of the verse, and when we first played it, my foot just lifted on its own. It's like I didn't even consciously do it. My body was just like, that's what the song needs.
It was so natural.
It was spontaneous, wasn't it?
It was just over a year ago as well, wasn't it? I can't remember. We were in that. We were in a place not too far from here, actually.
It always blew my mind how quickly that song came into fruition. It was just like immediately everybody knew their place. And
one of the catchiest vocals. I can't remember how long it was. I was doing that bit for right after that session. It was annoying me. It was in a good way.
Imagine you've been playing it for a year.
It is that catchy.
It's left now. We did a set the other night and we didn't play it.
Well, this is the thing. It's
I also think.
But we've replaced it with better songs.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, you say that, but like everyone's like, it's quite difficult because we have to be careful not to be like.
We always have recency bias, don't we?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we've got to be careful not to just be like, oh, we quite like this song. Like we sort of discarded "Leaving You Behind" for a wee bit last year.
We brought it back,
and then we brought it back recently. And it was just like. Because we had like 2 45-minute sets.
It was like a breath of fresh air.
And it was like, oh gosh, And then you were sort of hearing it from how everyone else like has heard it, like how everyone else who like hears it for the first time gets it. So
is it one of those though? If you overplay a song, or if you love a song and then you listen to it so much to the point you don't like it, and then 2 years down the line you listen to it again, and you're like, damn, like old me loved this song, and it's back again. Is that the same when you play it? Yeah,
it really is. When we come back together and it's been a while, like over the Christmas period we had this year was like quite busy, but when we've had stretches where it's been maybe a month or 2 months since we've had a gig, and we come back together and we play those songs, you feel really bouncy in the room and you're excited to get back into it again.
So there was a point when I think a few of us have got a bit sick of Blessings as well, because we've just been playing that. That was like the song that everyone came to see and whatever. But now it's just become back to one of my favourites again. It's just, you got to appreciate it for what it is.
I'm pretty sure we can all play it with our eyes closed.
We don't even do it in practice sessions anymore.
No,
we do it on the gigs.
When you write a song, do you know it's good? When you write it and you play it for the first time, are you there like, this is the song?
We know it's good, but we don't know if it's going to do good.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
We think it's good then, should we say?
No, because we know it holds up, and we see the reaction that the songs get when we play them live, and we see that people enjoy them. But then when you release them and you don't get the same sort of spike that Blessings got,
it's just a bit. I think the problem was we had Blessings done first. It was like going up every day by a couple of thousand, and we were like, wow,
it was like a surreal week.
This is fun. I can get used to this. But then we released the second song and it got like 2,000 streams. We were like, it was a bit demoralising really. But then when we carried on released and we realised there was it might have just been a one-off with the Blessings for now. Yeah, it's not as easy as we thought. I think.
Yeah.
Spotify, like algorithmic playlists and stuff, picking it up and pushing it out, did a lot for it. It obviously wasn't. It wasn't 20,000 local people who knew who we were. No, we had people in Kazakhstan. Borat is a fan of Alchemy.
I think there was a couple of days when Australia got more streams than England.
Yeah,
so
Australia.
Who's in Australia?
But I also think as well, saying that, the fact that our songs like River and More and Red Flame got 2,000 or 3,000. When we're still such a low sort of level band and we're still climbing, I think that still shows that we're doing really well.
Do you think Blessings set your standards really high?
Yes,
you've been around for a year, to have 2,000-3,000 on pretty much every song you've put out, by the looks of it, that's very good.
Yeah.
Like, we have loads of bands, who've got the minus sign under 1,000, and they're still happy with it. But if people are listening, like, Blessings at 25,000 or whatever, do you think that's set your standards?
Yeah,
I think it has. Yeah,
they probably would have been.
Yeah, it's like the James song, isn't it? If I hadn't seen such riches, I could live with being poor.
I mean,
you've seen those.
Sit down.
Listening to Blessings though, I think you could sort of, if you were a person that never heard of us before, and you listened to all of our songs and listened to Blessings, and you were asked which one was the one that you think did the best on Spotify, everyone would say Blessings, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's the one that a lot of people who have said to me, that's the one.
It sounds
Wednesday.
So by the time this is out, your new song is going to be released.
It'll be a couple of months older.
Can we have a little teaser of what it is? Can you talk a little bit about this song that's getting released in
Take it away.
2 days
So I'll
from
just
now?
like sing the whole song.
Piano.
6 minutes.
to this camera.
Yeah.
It's a long one.
Yeah.
Fuck a beat, I go a cappella.
Yeah.
Slim over here.
So I don't really know. We wrote it like a year ago, didn't we?
How did it start?
If you had to give the Spotify description,
Yeah.
Is there a Spotify description of it?
Well, let's pretend there is.
just pretend there is.
For the sake of the podcast.
I'm sure if the mic picked up how high it was.
So, how would you describe that song?
Yeah. So we came up. It was just like I was just playing.
No, I think I'll tell you.
It was me and Phil at my house. I remember that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We started. It started. I don't know where you were. You might have been. You would have been at uni at this point.
It was a uni, yeah.
So, me and Phil used to do a lot of just like covers and stuff for TikTok, and used to work on songs. And I think I had this idea that was really far from what Chains is now on the acoustic. Do you remember the arpeggio sort of thing?
I remember you showing it to me.
Yeah.
And playing a
we
little
worked
bit
off of that, and then I think we brought it in, and we had this thing, and Peter was like, we had the part that we had didn't really fit the song at all. So I think Peter was like, I love the chords, but we changed everything else, and then we worked off that, and it became this 6-minute ballad that it is now.
There is a radio edit. There's a radio edit, and it's not 6 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes 29.
It's got the time.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The thing was, I think we weren't sure what the song should be about. I think given its sort of ballad sort of feel, it's got a sort of balladic. No, that's not the right word. Is that even a word? No, that's not an adjective. No. So it's sort of a ballad. The song is a ballad. So we wanted to match that sort of vibe, and we did write a lot of. We have written a lot of more like positive upbeat songs. So this one was kind of a bit more of a sad one, but we wanted it to be sort of like a beautiful sad song. And for some reason, I just randomly thought about a man, like it was a bit sort of breakup song, but about a man whose partner doesn't love him anymore, and about and the whole aspect of the song from that perspective is wanting someone to not give up on you and come back to you, but obviously, as we can often see, that doesn't always happen. But that took a bit of a morbid turn. But anyway, that is what Chains is about, and I promise you will enjoy it.
But I think it's a good thing to look at, because like there's so many like love songs that are like, I love you, you love me, let's all have a party.
We're all happy.
We're all happy.
Yeah. With a great big hug.
Yeah.
No more purple dinosaurs. No, sorry.
But that's yeah.
I think from that, but it was just such like we were talking about like what should we make it? Should we make it a love song? Should we make it And I just remember going, no, it's got to be a it's got a sad feel to it, so it's just got to be a sad song. And it's such a good idea of like somebody who's like begging their partner to like stay with them, but they just don't love them anymore. And I think that's just, it's not really spoken about, that side of like humanity, I guess. But like, I don't know, I just think it's such a really like strangely beautiful topic to sort of write, and it fit the song as well. So I think that's why we went down that road.
That's the thing. It can like it is slightly different, but like as a theme, some people could perceive it as sort of cliche, but we've got I think the melody, the sort of the musical element of the song, the sort of more I don't know, the instrument side is
instrumentation.
The instrumentation that provides more of that like sort of uplifting and sort of we try to make it work, but yeah, and then it ended up being 6 minutes, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But
Peter loves to double up a verse.
Yeah, we know that now.
Yeah. So,
we've had to stop him. It's like every time he goes like, I've written this new song. Does it have a double verse? And it's like, cut one of them. Yeah.
At the end of the day.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We'll.
Watch him out.
If it serves the song, I'll watch myself now.
Have Alchemy found their genre yet?
I think we've found our sound a lot more recently.
Yeah.
I feel like we've still maybe got a bit of a way to go. Like we say, we've just bought a synth. We're going to introduce that into the songs.
We're really excited about that.
Yeah, we're really excited. We think we're also toying with the idea of in-ears as well, aren't we? Potentially then in future playing with backing tracks as well, so that we can make the songs even bigger. And
I don't want that, but yeah,
you don't want that. I thought we were potentially talking about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
It was more. It was more for the synthy sort of stuff. But if we're getting
we get that,
yeah,
stuff, it's better to all play it live. Like no one likes the band that use backing tracks, but everyone likes the band that can play it all themselves. So now we've got this another bit of gear.
Yeah, I suppose that came about because it was like, I remember we were on a drive home.
Yeah.
And I think we were listening to like the 1975 or something, because like we're big fans of the 1975 and Blossoms and stuff like that. And we were listening to those tunes on our way back, and we were like, oh, it would just be so good, like open it up to be able to do this. But it's like, how will we do this? And it was like, Tom's really into like tech and stuff like that, and so we were just like, we could just pitch this idea of having him be the one that takes over all that sort of like synths and stuff like that, and it would just help. It would improve our sound so much more if we got on.
MPC that you can just have sounds on, and you can just kind of
yeah
play random sounds at different times.
So
yeah, we can have that as well.
Yeah, it's essentially it's got sounds loaded into it and stuff, and then there's loads of controls.
Yeah,
you
there's
can
a sequencer in it as well.
You can create like the craziest of sounds from it, but it's all based off like famous synths from like the 80s and 90s, and I can't remember exactly what it was based off, but
the Killers do that quite a lot.
Killers
another one of the band. Like we were listening, we had those songs in the car, and we were just playing it like it's because obviously like loads of people are like, they just like, oh yeah, we're just a guitar band, like no pianos, no synths or anything. But that moves on to what like Peter really wanted to do as well. You wanted to really bring just a normal piano in as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I think if anything, that's what's going to be like that and synth. But yeah, really emphasising like having a piano in there is gonna. I don't know. That should make it more clear what our genre is, like our genre, and just adds an extra element to the songs. And I do think you can have like sort of indie vibes with piano. It doesn't always just have to be guitars.
Definitely.
And yeah, I don't know.
Peter will never say this, but he's a very good pianist.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very good one.
Very good one.
Yeah, I'll slip you that $5 later, Philip.
Thank you very much.
We saw a little taster earlier, warming up on the piano before the podcast. We've got this far. We've not even spoken about your inspirations. You just briefly mentioned the 1975 and Blossoms and bit of the Killers. I see a lot of different genres in your music. Do you all have very different inspirations, and then it all combines into?
I think at its core we've all got the same music taste, but we all have different bands that were like a bit out there.
I mean, Wonderhorse for all of us. Like,
Yeah,
Wonderhorse,
yeah.
Fontaines, bands like those were like we all. There's some bands where it's like, yes, Queen, Pink Floyd.
There is a lot of common ground between what we listen to, but yeah, I think we obviously take the different aspects from the different bands that we listen to. You're a massive Kings of Leon fan, aren't you?
Both me and Peter. I mean,
yeah.
we're
and you can hear that a lot in the parts I think
Definitely.
we play and stuff. And I'm a big like 21 Pilots fan. I'm a big Radiohead fan. I'm a big fan
yes,
of
Radiohead
Phil.
as well.
I'm
Radiohead
a big fan
for
of like
us.
Phil Selway and his drumming. So, what about you?
Yeah, just
What about you?
I mean, I take inspiration off. I've started taking inspiration off more of like Jimi Hendrix and stuff now, but I'm trying to learn a bit more of that technical side sort of thing. But I mean, it's like Noel Gallagher, Oasis, that sort of stuff is what I've always grown up on, and it's what I've always taken inspiration from my guitar playing.
Yeah.
All relatively modern bands. Well, new.
Yeah, not intentionally.
I mean, like old
we
ones, like-
do all like enjoy a lot. Like, you're a massive Beatles fan.
I'm a
aren't you?
big
I love the
Beatles,
Beatles, Pink Floyd,
the band,
yeah.
the band I love as well. Like random
Yeah.
70s bands as well. But
Yeah.
Peter, you're big into. Well, I suppose we're all into Coldplay, but you're a massive Coldplay fan, aren't you?
I would say, yeah. I went through a bit of a phase last year of like looking at Coldplay's, because I always thought like with bands like there's some bands that have sort of succumbed to sort of they've gone more pop and more sort of gone into that element. But I looked at like 2000s Coldplay, and I really sort of really thought they had some. And then they're still they're good now, but like I think back then it's just there was a lot of inspiration, especially with like when we talk about stuff like the piano and stuff. That comes into
definitely.
play. And I also went through like a good phase of listening to a fair bit of the Goo Goo Dolls, which the famous song Iris is obviously like known as an iconic chorus. But I went through a bit of a stage last winter, about a year ago, listening to a lot of their stuff as well. So just sort of like I don't mind a bit of acoustic stuff, but we all sort of bring our own element to it, and that's good.
Where does the heavy inspiration come from? 'Cause you've got a couple of songs that are quite heavy.
Tom.
Quite
I think a little bit of me as well.
Yeah.
I
I mean, we're all,
I think. I mean, before I joined the band, I wasn't into half the bands I'm into now. Like my music taste has completely
same.
changed. I was like die-hard Oasis, like only Oasis,
all
pretty much.
Oasis.
Oasis,
You
Stone
can
Roses.
still play. You can play any Oasis song.
Oh yeah,
Get
yeah,
him to play it,
yeah.
just play it.
Yeah, so I think Oasis is probably the biggest one, really. I see them as like the kings of the indie genre. Like
the kings of like UK
Yeah,
sort
the-
of
the
guitar
art-
music,
yeah,
isn't
guitar-based
it? UK like band of all time.
Do you think anyone has or will compare?
no.
Beatles.
Oh no, I think they
Well,
will.
yeah, Beatles. Yeah,
See,
Beatles.
yeah,
take
But then again, like Oasis are just like
I think
Yeah.
it is a matter of time before the next breakout band of that size comes. But I think at the minute, there seems to be like a rise of like solo artists at the moment,
Well,
and especially like solo female singers like Chapel Roan, Sabrina Carpenter, and I feel like I don't know. It's the trends, isn't it? Things come in, people enjoy stuff, and the trend always moves on. I think bands will come back around. I just don't think it's that at the minute.
But I mean, it's because
I mean, bands like Fontaine and Wonderhorse and things
definitely.
like that are definitely pushing it back into the limelight. But I think at the moment it's, I think bands and stuff have fell a bit out of the
I think there's definitely a resurgence on its way. Like with the
it's
amount,
led by
I think though, if you just look at
definitely,
like the top
Fontaines.
10 tunes of like last year, like the top 10 songs of
It's
the
like
year,
what's it called?
there's not a single band song.
no, yeah,
Noel Gallagher said it was. It's like they get it because it's what's it called. It's so much easier to control one person than a band. That's why record labels love them.
Do you think that's because of money? Do you think that's because bands are cutting corners when and where they can because there's no money in music?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like
I don't know if it's to do with the bands or more so to do with the people who are at the top.
Yeah.
I think I think that there's not the demand that there once was, because of the pop like resurgence that there's been.
It's a hard question. I mean, I think it definitely has got something to do with the people at the top. Like it's whatever people want to see at the minute, and people at the minute want to see Charlie XCXs and your Chapel Roan and people like that.
Well, I think it's they get like I don't know if they want to see that, but they're given it. It's all they're given because obviously, like with one person, you can have one person, and like you can just like the label can sort of control them to sort of release music like this constantly, and then the label can get like happy with the amount of revenue that this one person is giving them. When like a new artist might come, it's a bit like it's a risk. They might not, sell millions of albums. They might not be able to do that. So, I don't know. Let's just hope that there's another like. I think it was pretty similar with like Nirvana because I hear loads of people saying like, this is the last great rock band. I think somebody said like Arctic Monkeys were the last big rock band ever, and it's like, I'm
come
sure
back around.
they said that
Were
about
they
like
from
before.
Sheffield?
They were from Sheffield.
High Green Sheffield.
Yeah.
I think in Sheffield we're very patriotic about Arctic Monkeys.
Oh yeah.
Especially like when you think of like Pulp as well back in the 90s and
Human League,
Human League too.
Def Leppard as well.
Def Leppard, I was just about to
Peter's
say.
playing them all like that.
Yeah, there's so many great bands that have come.
I mean, we don't
Sheffield.
know if Arctic Monkeys are so proud of their Sheffield heritage right now.
They
But
kind of ditched it, I think. With
Yeah.
and they're very much too big for Sheffield now.
I love David Bowie now, and it's just like, oh yeah.
Is there any sort of Derby or Derbyshire musicians that you're looking up to or following or hoping to support anytime soon?
I mean, in the scene, definitely the Public Eye.
Oh, they're just class lads.
We love the Public Eye. We're good friends with them. We see them all the time. We've gigged with them a few times. They're on another level. They're absolutely phenomenal.
Is there like
phenomenal guys.
I looked up yesterday. It's like, is there any big bands from Derby? And I think the closest one was the Struts.
The Struts.
But apart from that,
They do. Could it be me?
I think I think it was. But it's like. I can't think of any obviously Sheffield Arctic Monkeys and all the bands.
The one that comes to my head, like a big musician from Derby would be Whitetown, The Old Woman.
Okay.
But that's the only one I can think of.
I've heard it. Struts. It rings a bell.
I mean, there's Niall Horan that's got Derby roots, but he's not
Does
from.
he? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he supports Derby County,
he's a
doesn't he?
massive Derby fan. Yeah. He's
He's
not. He's Irish.
He's
but
got the team.
Isn't it?
There's
he's
some
Irish.
Derbyshire
He's
in
Irish.
there.
But yeah.
But yeah, no bands on the scene. There's
Shadows of Silhouette.
Shadows of a Silhouette, the Collide. There's absolutely loads of really good
Really
bands in
Collide.
Derby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are some
Just
really
like
good bands.
it's
in Derby,
really
so-
overlooked,
Yeah.
but there are some like really, and there's a good network because everyone knows each other.
What
Um,
do you think is missing from a Derby music scene?
Money, basically, money to
I mean,
be
that's,
able to.
that's every scene, though, isn't it?
But
So-
like, yeah, I think. Well, hang on. Were we supposed to say us?
Yeah.
There we go.
I guess what's not making Derby pop on UK music scene?
venues,
Yeah,
I
venues,
think,
yeah,
venues.
and
I think.
money,
There's the
yeah.
people. There's some of the crowds people get at Derby gigs, like
And the
it's-
promoters as well, the
it's
guys
mental.
that are putting the gigs on. It's
Oh,
just there's only
yeah.
a handful of venues really. There's
venues is a big thing across the whole country at the minute. Like there's the music venue trust that are doing all their great work with the politicians and stuff at the minute,
Yeah,
trying
no.
to stop closures and stuff of venues. But it's just the money, like Phil
I mean,
said.
it's the
It's
same in Sheffield. Like you've got
Yeah.
Leadenhall probably
low.
closing down in the next couple of years. Me and John were having a debate the other day about what's going to be the next great Sheffield venue
Yeah.
if Leadenhall does go. And
yeah.
I really couldn't tell you. There's kind of it's Leadenhall and then there's kind of hole.
You've
There's a
got
whole
like
massive-
the next sort of,
mid-level
it's like
venues.
it's like the next rung sort of,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Cool.
There's none other that are, I mean, I don't know. I think Corpse may be the closest.
Corp's very good, but it is very specific to
Yeah,
a specific genre.
yeah, definitely.
Is this a plug for me to tell?
Yeah,
go for it, yeah.
Oh.
Nice segue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good segue.
When are you playing Corp?
The,
Oh,
God.
the
seventh.
Oh no,
7th
do you
of
not know?
March.
Fair enough.
The 6th of March, we're in Manchester.
Yeah.
The 7th of March, we are in Corp, and we're also playing with the Public Eye, who we just
Yeah.
mentioned.
And
Gonna be a
Swan,
very good night.
Nice
who,
one.
yeah, who is the other? What's the name?
A new form
Of
swap.
course,
Sunburst. Yes, that's it. Yeah,
Sunburst.
Sunburst.
Nice.
Yeah.
so it'd be a good one.
But that'll be
That's
exciting.
a
Get
really
yourself
good
down
lineup.
to
What
that
are
one.
tickets saying for that?
What sales or?
Sales, yeah.
Oh,
Not
we don't.
sure.
We got no
Yeah,
idea.
not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You sold them?
sold out already. No, yeah, no.
Yeah.
650 still up for sale.
yeah.
We're not sure.
Yeah,
we don't know. We,
No,
But I mean,
I'd
yeah,
expect that one to do well with the lineup it is. So I'd expect
Yeah,
it to.
yeah. Some class bands on.
Public Eye.
Yeah, and Sunburst.
Sunburst
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Sunburst.
Some class bands, make
It's
it
huge.
down.
It's a classic in the making. In 5 years, people are going to be like,
Exactly. They'll look back
That was
on
the
that.
gig.
"That's huge."
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Speaking of in 5 years, what's our goals?
Glasgow.
yeah. Headline Wembley.
Yeah, Wembley.
Honestly,
Pyramid
big things in the making. No, yeah.
Realistic goals, or like if we could do anything.
Let's go realistic and also out of this world. Everything goes perfect in 5 years.
Do you want to go individual or do it as a
Yeah, yeah. Let's get individual because I think they'll all be different.
Come on, Pierre.
I think genuinely to answer both the questions, like Glastonbury could be could answer both of those. So said that way too long, but trying to get the word count in. But
My essays.
yeah. But yeah, no, I think like Glastonbury are quite good with like there are a lot of sort of smaller musicians that just can make their way onto little bits. I mean, we've played with Sam Shadell, who's like quite big around here.
So our friend Dan Ottewell as well, who played.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Played
played
youngest
Glasgow as
guy
well.
to play it.
Yeah. And then like unrealistic like Glastonbury can also answer that question with the pyramid stage and stuff.
Glastonbury is very much a
Yeah,
5-year
it
goal.
would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 year goal.
And just the if it happens to be the best, it's going to be main stage. If it happens to be the lesser 5-year, it's going to be.
We'd be
just
more
to
than happy.
We'd take any.
Glaston's Glaston.
Yeah, just
Yep.
to be there would
Yeah.
be amazing. It's so
We
hard to get tickets.
Said in the last podcast with Revert that a lot of artists refrain from playing main stage, refrain from playing at Glastonbury until they get main stage. Is that not something you'd be
No.
mad about?
No.
I don't
wanna go.
know. I don't feel like you can afford to have ego. I feel like you've got to stay humble and
Yeah.
just take everything
Just
everything
as
that's thrown
Shakira
at you.
said,
Really.
just whenever, wherever.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
meant to
We're
be
meant to be
together,
together.
so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slaps.
Okay, so I feel like we've got to know you a little bit now, but there's some people that don't know you yet, and it's our Instagram following. So we put out a little post earlier, only about half an hour before you guys came, so there's not that many questions, but we asked a few people, well, we asked everybody, and only a few people answered. Some questions for the band. So, Alchemy Band _ asked, why does the bass player look like that?
Well, I assume they're on a-
genetic predisposition.
Yeah, okay, no. I would say genetic enhancement. It takes a lot to look this good.
I wouldn't put it that way. I'd say something was recessive in your parents'
Okay,
teeth.
okay. Hang on a minute. There's two of us in the band that come up.
Yeah, he was lucky.
Yeah, he got
50-50 chance.
First try
You got the
worked.
good genes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pigage 1995, which is Jordan's mum, says,
Hey.
why the name?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's actually a double-barreled question, but why the name is a good question.
Why the
Why
name?
the name?
Why do you look like that?
Yeah, so alchemy is a historic method of turning natural metals into gold. So we take that metaphor, just some normal guys, and we're here to make gold.
You're just some chill guys.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're so nonchalant, yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
Great. That's a great answer. I never even thought of that.
No one
So,
did.
yeah.
neither did I until I hit my head.
No one else.
Yeah,
Full of surprises.
Yeah, that's great. She also says, tea or coffee? If tea, what kind? It's actually sorry.
That's such a random two-parter.
It's actually
like the
it's
name.
actually
Do you like tea or coffee?
it's actually triple barreled. I thought it was just double, but there's another one.
What's your relationship like with your parents?
Well, first of all, it's tea or coffee, and then the next one is if tea, what kind? So I think she wants you to say tea.
We've got from Alchemy. Right?
Oh, that's coffee. Yeah.
Coffee.
What's my favourite type of coffee?
My favourite tea is Nescafe.
I'm not a teamer, I'm
A
afraid.
little bit of Jack in mine. No, yeah. I'm trying to think of what
Yorkshire.
What other oh yeah, no.
Yorkshire.
Yeah, we love Yorkshire tea. I love it so much.
I'm a Kenko man.
A Ken-
I'm a Kenko.
I think he's a little bit behind on the.
If she also says if you could join forces with who would it be and why?
Elon Musk. No.
Yeah. No. Not in light of recent events. No. My heart goes out to you.
My heart goes like this. My heart will go on. No, yeah. No. If we could join forces with somebody. No, lock in. If we could.
Please don't do what you did on.
No.
Alchemy cancelled.
Who would we team up with? We would team up with. Is that like an opening slot? Who would we open for?
Who would you team up with? I don't know. I didn't ask it.
Team up with Radiohead. We'd open for Radiohead.
Yeah, Radiohead. I'd love to work with Radiohead somehow.
Johnny Greenwood. I'd love to have Johnny Greenwood in. You know, as I think it was something like REM for one of their later albums teamed up with John Paul Jones, the bassist of Led Zeppelin, and he scored a load of the stuff for them on one of the. I think it was Automatic for the People.
Sick.
So I'd love to try something like that with like a musician who's like known for scoring like stuff with like I mean, we've always talked about we'd want an orchestra to work with. There's just so much we do with that. But yeah, no, that would be so good.
I'd love to learn how to write and do that sort of
like,
stuff.
like George
write
Martin
arrange,
style.
Yeah, arrange. Yeah.
So you speak of like what did you say you just wanted?
Well, I like an orchestra.
An orchestra. So you guys, you're quite religious, right?
Me and Phil and Tom are yes.
Yeah. Would you not get like church singers to come and do a song with you?
That would be
cool. Like a gospel choir. This is
that would be pretty.
Thank you for taking out what from my brain what I wanted to.
Yeah.
We had an idea for that for the music video we've just done because we did it in a church, so we had like the idea of having like.
That was not a gospel choir. That was our parents' choir.
Well, yeah, it's the same idea.
But yeah,
yeah, having like that just in the background for the visual aspect, but in a song, I think it'd be.
Definitely an orchestra, though, for sure.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Lel and F _17.
Leland.
We know you, Leland.
What inspired you to become musicians?
Who wants to go first? For me, For me, in lockdown, I ended up losing my job, and I had a lot of spare time on my hands. And I lost my dad quite a few years ago. And during the time over lockdown, I spent a lot of time going back and listening to a lot of the albums that my dad used to love. And it kind of, listening and, it sort of unlocked some parts of my brain that had memories that I'd forgotten like were there. And I was listening to, some albums, and things were flooding back, and it made me realise sort of how powerful music is. It's quite an easy thing to overlook and see as it not being an important thing in the world. But you think about wedding days and funerals and things like that. Music is such a big part of those things. And I don't know, sort of the emotional attachment I had to a lot of the songs that, I'd forgot, but that gave me back a lot of precious memories. That was what inspired me to sort of pick up an instrument and start learning and start creating myself.
So it all happened from there, basically.
Yeah.
That's a lot better than.
Yeah, it's a lot better than mine.
Yep.
I don't think anyone's going to follow that really well.
No, I mean,
good luck.
I was only going to add that, in the film Dead Poets Society, Robin Williams has a good line in it where he sort of talks. Teacher, being a doctor, being a lawyer, they're noble pursuits, but it's poetry. He talks about poetry, but you can sort of look at that from a perspective of, you know, all the creative things is what we sort of live for. Though the other professions are used to sustain life, but you know what makes something so enjoyable is like the little things, you know, like that are in the arts. It's really so it's a pleasure to be part of it, to be honest.
Art has been a thing of human nature for, you know, thousands and even millions of years. You think of, you know, cave paintings and things like that. It's the urge to be creative and to make things.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
I think these are two of the most intellectual answers we've ever had to that question.
I think to bring
not pass the mic.
I think to bring it back down. I think I just wanted a girlfriend, and so that's where I came from. No,
Drums go boom.
personally myself, no. Locking guys, come on. I think I'd. I used to like music when I was a child. What was an album we used to listen to all the time? Mika. That had some really good bass lines on it. Yeah, Grace Kelly, and the bass line on Grace Kelly was really quite good. In terms of like other stuff, that was really good. I learned on an old acoustic bass, which was big. That's a song off one of them.
Bass Kelly.
Bass Kelly.
It could be renamed to Bass Kelly.
Bass Kelly.
Yeah.
And
Kelly.
Grace Kelly.
And I looked in the shower. No. Let's light this candle.
What's the figure we're going to bring up next?
Right, locking guys. Locking.
We're all getting involved now.
It's Peter that's the worst. Peter's usually always the one that's like the most locked in.
I'll take this away.
He's pretty locked in.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
Apart from the R. Kelly, but do you have an inspiration?
I mean, I started playing guitar, however old I was in year 3. At the same age as everyone else was in year 3, I'd guess. But I wasn't really that interested in it until I always had I was always decent at it, but I wasn't really that bothered about learning or becoming better until I left school, which is when I stopped having guitar lessons. So that was great. But then I got massively into like live music and watching Oasis and Stone Roses and the Smiths, people like that. And I wouldn't watch the bands. I just watched Noel Gallagher, Johnny Marr, and the guitarists, and I just watched what they're doing, and I'd be like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And then I never had the opportunity or anything until Phil messaged me one random day, and so it's thanks to Phil and whoever's idea it was to get me in.
There you go.
You all laughed at me.
So, just to clarify, Phil is your inspiration.
Yes.
Yeah. Phil is my inspiration.
In a nutshell.
Yeah.
He's all our inspiration.
Jay Smith says, if you could have written one song from history, what would it have been?
Probably that Apartment song by R. Kelly.
Aperture by Rose and Bruno Mars.
I've just put an Instagram post up with that song. That song sends me absolutely crazy.
If we're talking...
I've just come back from Korea.
Dude, you're going to kill her.
So,
We're doing one each.
I say, if we're talking a serious answer, for me, I would have loved to have written like The Long and Winding Road by the Beatles.
I was
beautiful song.
I've got to change now. I was going to say like any Beatles song, but I've got to change mine now. You go.
I feel like you thought this through.
Okay. What? So like a famous song that we've
Any song
you
that
wish
you
you
could
could-
The Alchemy put their stamp on it. It's like, your song.
like Iris by the Goo Dolls.
Yeah, I was going to say
Don't
that.
That come on, like that is like, and the live performance where he's in, I don't know if it's Phoenix or somewhere, but in 2004 where he plays it.
4th of July festival.
Yeah, he plays it like in the rain, and they tell him to stop doing it, and like because it's gonna, they turn his guitar off, and I don't know, it's just an iconic song.
Is it something you'd ever consider covering?
Yeah. I think we want to. Yeah. It's just so high, like it's annoyingly. And I tried detuning my guitar to do it, and broke like 2 of my strings. So difficult.
Buddy broke his strings by loosening them.
yeah, that actually happened. I don't know how. Yeah.
Some good answers. A lot of people it's like Bohemian Rhapsody and things like that.
I had a really good one. What was it? It was. You're gonna have to come back to me, but it was a good song.
Could I give 2 and then give one that I'm edging towards? No.
You've got free
You're
will.
edging.
Oh, I've got 3.
See, that was too niche on activation.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I'd go straight to Slide Away by Oasis. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
that is
Forgot about
that is my
song.
favourite song
Yeah.
of all time. But then, if we're talking the last 2 years, or even last year probably, that has become my favourite song, and I say it is now, Fake Plastic Trees by Radiohead.
That was literally the one I was thinking of.
Well, you should have
Fake
said
Plastic
it sooner
Trees,
than
actually.
that.
You can share, guys.
You can have that one. I'll have Slide Away.
You don't have to squabble over this.
I'll have Slide Away. You can have Fake Plastic Trees.
Oh, I can't wait to take the family on that.
Stop referencing stuff.
Shut up, Phil.
Okay.
Ignore
I
him.
was just referencing some reels.
Even I don't understand.
One person is going to get that.
Yeah, one of your viewers will understand what
It's
that
worth
is.
it then. Okay, so PETRLXMB says,
that
why
you,
is
Peter?
Peter so sexy?
Oh, right.
Oh,
I unfortunately cannot
oh
answer
well,
this question.
gosh, I seem to have a fan
That's
somewhere.
just wrong.
I seem to have a
Be on
fan
that microphone
somewhere.
a bit too
No.
close.
I seem to have a.
You know what I said earlier about why does he look like that? Genetic predisposition. Same thing. He just got. He was in the other end of the gene pool,
Oh yeah, thanks,
the
Brad.
deep end.
Brad's glazing me. Yeah, no, I don't. That's just I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's
Look at the draw.
question I ask myself daily.
Yeah.
Why are you so sexy?
Why have I been born with such?
Why am I a stud?
A Sigma male.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh, man!
Phil, can you stop?
This is not where Philip just gets out. It
Can we,
comes to
take,
three.
can we
It comes
move
to
this
three of
crate
us.
away from this man?
Yeah, like.
And cut,
I'll let the
exactly.
same out as Ollie. Come on.
Yeah, cut him off.
Alright, so we're all a few beers deep now. You'll enjoy this next section. This is my favourite section, and it's called Chat Shit with Chat GPT. And this is basically where, first of all, what do you think to AI, and what do you think to AI in a creative industry?
I've had to do stuff on this with studying at Sheffield. I've had to do tests and stuff.
Use a lot of ChatGPT.
Yeah. For the past 2 years, I've been using it a lot. Yeah. It's a good, well-known.
Is
fact.
it beneficial to the music scene, or is it?
I think as an endeavour, as something to do as a bit of fun at home, maybe. People who generate AI art to do weird stuff on Instagram and things like that. And, when I say
On
weird,
Reels.
Come on, man.
when I say the weird
Come on.
stuff, when I say the weird stuff, I mean the memes, not the other side of the weird stuff. People who do that, I think that's fine. I think if you're using it to make money or you're using it as a promotional tool, and you're taking away from artists who are actually out there struggling, I think that's sort of immoral. And yeah,
It's like
there's also the
Paul
whole
McCartney
environment.
said.
There's also the whole environmental side of it and the amount of processing power that it takes, for generating images and things like that. It's a very complex debate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, we don't like ChatGPT.
We do not.
I like its responses when you ask it to roast you.
Okay.
I think that's
There was a famous person. I don't know. Someone said.
How much vodka have you had?
Brad Pitt.
That's how I reference all my
There was a
essays.
famous
There was
person.
someone who said this a while ago, but who said that I want ChatGPT. I want AI to wash my dishes or something while I do my art, not do my art while I.
Was it
the
Peter
dishes.
Lamb who said this?
Yeah.
I said that.
It was Peter Lamb who said
He's
that.
a modern day philosopher, people.
Yeah,
Modern day.
I'm the new Plato. Yeah, no, I.
You're holding that mic too close to your mouth there. Come on.
Yeah, mine are just gonna be bass beats. Yeah, no, that's real worthy. That is. No, but no, yeah, no. Back onto the serious point. Yeah, yeah. I don't think personally. I don't think AI is particularly I just don't really see much of its use for in sort of the creative industry. I mean, it can be used as a bit of a tool, but I feel like it's something so unique to humans to have such the ability to be creative and to have that sort of level of abstract thought. Yeah, I'd hate for it to be have just loads of AI for that, and then we have loads of court cases about with the original or whatever.
That's one
I mean, you already look at like the things like the Willy Wonka thing last year, that event that the event that guy made using AI and everything to, like, it's all a shambles, isn't it? It doesn't make. Are you okay?
I'm just thinking that one.
What is that?
The
The
one
unknown.
lady,
Shut up. Not referencing another fucking meme.
the one lady just sat there at the desk.
Oh, the sad Oompa Loompa.
Or the unknown.
Yeah.
the
No
unknown.
one knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, no,
They
but
do. They remember.
I mean,
People in Glasgow do. They?
What, the point that I was trying to make was that we're already having people who are trying to use this as a tool to make money and to launch events and things like that, and look at how much of a catastrophic failure that was. That was a worldwide news because of how awful it turned out. So I think we have a lot of time before it sort of takes over and takes control of things and people stop using real artists. I think there's a bit of time before that, but I think it's coming.
I think one thing AI can't do is creativity, because it's all being being fed information to make.
Yeah.
Wait until you hear these questions.
Oh god.
Yeah, sweet.
Have you loaded them already?
Fire them.
Fire
them.
No.
Yeah, go on.
It's just no.
Just heard us slagging it off for the past like 5 minutes.
It's okay. So this is ChatGPT. If your band was a secret government experiment, what would you be testing on the world?
We can't.
Yeah.
We can't leave the answer.
Yeah, I don't think we can give an answer for that
So-
on camera.
What was the question?
If your band was a secret government experiment,
Yeah.
what would you be testing on the world?
I know what Philip would test.
Yeah, I know. How offensive can the answer be?
Hey, unfiltered, raw content from us.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I think we would be working on, just helping people with like deleting their search history.
Fuck that answer. I think weaponized ADHD.
Yes. ADHD on the battlefield.
Yeah, I think that's
Whose
what
team
we'd
are
be
they on?
testing.
We don't know. You know what I mean?
That's
That's
crazy.
brilliant. That's really good.
It's a great band name.
How would you weaponize it?
It's like
You send that cunt over the trenches and you see what happens.
you keep them in a box.
He's like ultimate bait.
You keep them in a box. And you just open it.
You keep him in a box, you keep him really bored, and then just let him run wild.
No. You keep them really bored, and then you
just distracts them all
you
with
sit them in
Instagram
front of a
reels.
TV with like a bunch of like flashing lights on it, and then all of a sudden the TV falls over, and they just have to run into the field.
What the fuck? are you
How
on
does your
about?
what you
You're talking shit. No,
You would totally get like shot in the head in the trench because you were on Instagram. Yeah, you totally would. Like, you'd be like 6'7".
I'd be showing the opposition, like
He'd just be sent in to distract them all and just pull up
You know,
all
like
his
when
saved
when they
Instagram
called the truce and had the football match, you'd be there with your phone, fucking.
reels. Hey, watch this.
Watch this, guys. Watch this.
Oh no, it's happened again.
Oh no, Phil.
Nothing. You're given a time machine, but can only use it to crash one historical event and perform. Where do you go, and what song do you play? So one historical event, and you have to perform.
I'd probably go back to JFK's assassination and blare out shot through the heart by
Right, there's multiple things wrong with that. Main one being he didn't get shot in the chest.
but should I do
That's the
that?
important thing.
And you're too.
Let's just be historic.
Right.
But anyway.
Serious answers.
No, what's the
No, serious
KSI
answer.
song? I'd probably just go back in time to a random event and play the KSI song.
Shut up. Serious answer. I think it would have been like a great thing to play like Woodstock back in like the Summer of Love.
Yeah.
I think that would have been an amazing like sort of historical event to be a part of. Something like that.
I'm trying to think.
Nebworth.
What comes to mind is for me Woodstock when
99.
Yeah, Woodstock 99 and Live Aid when Queen played it.
Yes.
Yeah, I
They're-
was going to
they're
literally
two-
say Live Aid. I can't-
Yeah, they're the two big ones for me.
What, a performance, a specific performance?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, I was thinking of the wrong question.
Oh, there's a really good.
He thought historical.
I thought you meant like to change a historical event. So like you go back in time and then you just play it. You just play a song to
And
like
you
a
go to
historical
JFK's
figure.
assassination and take the piss.
Yeah.
I'm sure leaving you behind would have gone down well with Mrs. Kennedy.
Just as soon as it happened, shot through the heart.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I thought like blaring out on the radio.
You incriminated yourself without actually happening.
I've done it before. No, but like I think an underrated performance to lock in. I think an underrated performance is In XS at Wembley in I think 1992.
That's so out of left.
No, but it's honestly go back and watch it. In XS at
Oh,
Wembley.
yeah, no, that was actually quite good.
It's like massive. No, it's absolutely. Yeah, new sensation. And I need you tonight.
There's a Prodigy performance I'm thinking of. I don't know if it's Leeds.
Or you could watch R. Kelly.
No.
In sync.
Every
Straight
opportunity.
Can you just stop bringing up like people
R.
like
Kelly,
that?
please.
Controversial figures?
People who are bad.
Yeah. I see you got your head in your hands. You're worried about this one.
No, I'm worried about your joke just then. You've been cursed to write your next album using only words from cereal box ingredients. What's the title of the first single?
That's a good question. What ingredients?
May contain
names?
gluten.
May contain gluten.
Oh,
yeah,
nice. Yeah, that's good. What cereal includes milk? Like in the ingredients?
Yeah, we're talking about the ingredients, not what goes
Milk
with
chocolate crave.
Okay,
Yes.
I've got you there.
you got me.
Checkmate.
I actually don't.
You've got 'em
That
working
is
now.
such a fucking wild question, isn't it?
They get worse.
They get worse. Oh, great.
So
What, like incriminating?
So from the
I
cereal
think you've already
box,
done that.
cereal box ingredients.
Yep.
Maize starch.
I'm gonna look up what is in cereal.
I really like May Contain Gluten.
May contain gluten. So good.
that's nice.
That is good. Alright.
May contain gluten.
Aliens abduct you and demand a one-song performance to decide Earth's fate. What song do you pick?
Yeah.
The final countdown.
Yeah.
To decide it, you'd play that. This is like you play a good song. Have you watched Rick and Morty where they're like, "Show me what you got"?
Yeah.
yeah,
So
That is-
all
we're
I'm
in
gonna
this
say to
moment.
that, right? When you were younger and the first time you heard the song "The Final Countdown," did you not think this is fucking awesome? Like
Yeah.
this is
No,
cool.
I had to
Yeah,
do
you
it.
picture in your head like the rocket launch or whatever. Did you not think this song is awesome?
You had the perfect opportunity to say blessings then.
I
Yeah,
don't, but I don't
blessings.
think they're going to understand the 8-ball. I don't think they're going to understand the 8-ball pool reference. To be
Oh
honest, are they?
yeah. Did you guys realise there's an 8-ball pool reference in Blessings?
Yeah.
Go on, sing us the line, Peter. Sing us the line. You wrote it, so you have to sing the line.
Well, it's the line is. It's like one of those genius lyric interviews where it's like, what is it?
Except it's you, Satir.
when you say you hate me more- When you say you hate me more, I know it's because I beat you at 8-ball, and that is in my past relationship. We used to play iMessage games.
I thought it said a ball. Not a
We
ball.
didn't realise until about 6 months into the song.
Yeah.
The song
Yeah, we're
came
talking
out, the
about
lyrics
last
came
October
out,
that
and
they
I'm sat
found
there
out.
going,
Pete, you put
says
fucking
8-ball.
Pool reference
Yeah,
song. My friends now call it the 8-ball pool song.
Damn.
Seriously.
Yeah, well, they reference. Yeah. They
Yeah.
call it Red Flame House of the Rising Sun.
There's there's a Oasis reference in a Dappy song as well.
is it?
Yeah, I forgot what song it is. Yeah, so you know the song No Regrets? He
Yeah.
goes, I'm free to be whatever
Yeah.
I'm, 'cause I'm famous, call me Gallagher, 'cause I'm so shameless.
I get what we get what you mean when it's like a double reference.
Yeah,
now.
double
That's
reference.
it. I double rate that. Yeah. Did you realise the Shameless reference though? Before?
I got the Shameless reference,
Right, okay,
because it's Gallagher, but you didn't get the Oasis.
No, yeah,
Oasis
I've
reference.
never. I don't think I've heard it to be honest.
There you go. It's a
Mate,
great.
you're
It's a
uncultured.
Dappy was a lyrical.
Lyrical
Yeah, mate,
genius.
end-dubs
Yeah,
back in the
forget
day.
Shakespeare.
Everybody
That
had
end-dubs, yeah.
everybody had end-dubs like Bluetooth to them at school.
Hell yeah.
I
In fact, my first ever Bluetooth song was Leona Lewis.
You're old man.
What was the song?
I was actually talking
Bleeding
about
love.
this the other day.
Yeah.
About like the art of Bluetoothing songs has died. Like back in the day
Yeah.
when you at school you would Bluetooth your friend a tune, an MP3. Yeah. But this was before before
Streaming platform.
How old are you?
fucking 2020.
2010.
Not
Wait,
that
how
old,
old are
but-
you?
Yeah, I'm 24.
Old.
Yeah.
You're old as shit.
Thanks, guys.
If you had to swap lives with a cartoon character for a week, who would it be, and how would it affect your music?
God.
I can think of like not good ones, but
We could
No,
just
Peter
be,
Griffin.
We could
Peter
be
Griffin, yeah.
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
yes.
How would
How
that?
would that manifest?
Yeah, when Tom comes back,
he can be Splinter.
Master Splinter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He is the
Yeah.
the old wise one.
Yeah, he is.
At uni.
Who would,
yeah.
if we were the
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, who would we be?
Oh, that's actually.
I'd be the orange one.
Yeah, you would be. 'Cause
I
you're
don't
the-
know anything about
Um,
their personalities to
yeah,
know
I'm
which
not-
one. I
One
would
of
be.
them's angry.
Donatello's the tech one. So
If
yeah.
we're going by colours, I'll be the purple one.
Yeah, you're,
Yeah,
you're the
yeah.
purple.
You'd be Ralph, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Raphael. No, Ralph.
Ralph.
There's someone
Yeah.
called
No,
Ralph.
Raphael.
Ralph
Who's Ralph the Ninja
Because they're all
You
named
could
after
be
painters.
Ian.
doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it, Ralph?
I've always thought Gru could be a really good frontman. For
Gru.
Despicable
The
Me.
Minions.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Then Dr. Safari on the bass.
I was thinking SpongeBob.
Oh,
Do you know when you did that,
version.
that
Do you guys
dome
remember
thing?
the AI sponge?
He ripped his pants. Shut up, Phil. He ripped his pants. Phil, stop.
I
Stop referencing Instagram memes.
I want to move to this because there's also a Homer Simpson emo cover of a song that's very good. I think it's Dia Maria.
Yeah, I no. Game called in it. It's like that.
Hit and run, yeah.
Yeah. It's the bands and you can play it. I think it's Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero,
But
yeah.
they put the animations of the characters in the band and then make them do covers of songs. And there's one of Dear Maria, but there's one where it's sorry. There's one where it's an artist, a Midwest emo artist, and it's Mordecai from Mordecai and Rigby
Right.
singing it, and it sounds perfect. Or it's at Ferb from Phineas and Ferb. No,
Oh,
Phineas,
yeah.
sorry.
No,
Yeah,
Phineas and Ferb. They've got the best tracks in that series.
Bowl in the soup.
Yeah.
Vacation.
The songs just in the episodes, like Squirrels in My Pants. S-I-M-P, Squirrels in My Pants.
Or
Slide
Serious
over and
squirrels
watch
in
me
her
put it
no,
down.
regular show had like what's it
Oh,
called?
regular show. Let's go. Come on.
Regular.
Got to be Mordecai and Rigby.
Mordecai
like.
and
This
Rigby.
is just
looking
completely
over
changed
to the
it.
Do you guys you know regular show?
It's gone off the
Do you know regular
rails.
show?
What?
Regular show.
Oh, you got to know, surely.
The regular show?
The regular show, yeah.
No.
Oh no, you were like it's a kids show, but like if you watch it as an adult,
I don't
you
think the
understand so
podcast
many
is the
more
time
things.
for this.
Yeah.
Like watch regular shows.
This isn't entertaining.
Okay.
Whoa!
Phil explaining fucking
Macaroni
regular.
party, and we'll take it.
So you guys have done a music video recently.
Yeah.
The next question kind of reference music videos, and if you were forced to spend a whole year inside one of your music videos, how would you survive?
I would spend it in the More music video because that's in our house, and then we just live our lives.
Same
That would
answer.
be pretty easy.
Yeah, same answer actually. That's
We haven't
that's a
done.
good shout.
We've done 4 music videos now.
Oh, River would be nice.
I was thinking.
Yeah, if we
Yeah.
lived in the river one, at least we'd be high quality. Like,
Yeah,
we'd
we'd
be high
be happy.
definition.
In the Chains one, it's a bit of a narrative to it.
But we
guys-
look
you
cool
guys would
in
be
the Chains one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't really exist that much.
Yeah, do you want to get divorced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to get married.
I think the river one because it's more just us being us, and it's like it's a nice setting as well.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
was a
there's
nice
like
day
quite
as well.
quite a lot of like candid.
Yeah,
shots
it was a
and
nice
that,
day
yeah.
as well. So it looks the shots.
How
look
would we
nice as well.
survive was the question.
Was it?
Drinking,
We're not-
drinking the river water.
Drinking.
Yeah, but then we just
Yeah.
get cholera.
Yeah.
Thanks for looking at it based in reality.
But it's like Survive though. I don't know.
I think
it would be
river.
some horrible activity.
How would you survive in this completely unrealistic situation?
It's not an ideal ecosystem.
Well, technically we'd be outdoors for a year, so we wouldn't be able to survive the harsh conditions.
Yeah, I think his answer to the question because you're losing it right now. Yeah, it's an answer to
You
the
got to keep getting pants.
What is going on?
When I said
What are these
weaponized
guys on about?
ADHD earlier,
Yeah,
you getting
this
it
is
now?
it. I feel like I'm weaponized against. Yeah.
You're losing your marbles. No, it's
4v1.
we don't have that many music videos where like, you know, like Creed where we're falling off a cliff or anything like that. To be like, would you survive that music video? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, our music videos are fairly tame.
It's like what are we against in the
there's
music
no,
video?
There's no life in
Peter
that.
Lamb.
Yeah.
I'll fair my chances.
Yeah.
A witch offers you unlimited musical talent, but in exchange, every song you release must be about a specific type of cheese. Do you take the deal? And what is your debut cheese-themed hit?
This is essentially like MF Doom making food, isn't it? We just make food, a cheese-related album.
I love cheese.
Yeah, I could bust out at least 4 songs on Wensleydale and Cranberry. Easy.
So much. I could do a really good tune about Wensleydale cheese because then you can tie in Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, then you can expand on it.
But I mean, like, yeah. So
use
I'm
Wallace and Gromit as a metaphor.
yeah for like how I'll be loving the cheese like Wallace and Gromit. No, I think how like
Use Wallace and Gromit as a metaphor.
So yeah, you take the powers.
Yeah. Come on, like.
Oh, yeah,
you've got
easy.
it,
I love
yeah.
cheese.
You've got to because you've got given really good like musical ability.
Yeah.
You know that is like let's focus on that bit.
But you just got to write about brie.
And that could be such a unique selling point. You know?
But can you write a song like completely unrelated about a guy, like, you know, about a guy called Adam, but just call him Edom? Like, would that work?
Oh, that was a good one.
Sure. Yeah.
No, but that's I'm finding
you
a
can
work.
tell he really thought that one.
I'm finding a workaround though.
Yeah.
No, I think it
So it's
could
not called Adam at all.
No, it's called Edom.
Yeah, it's a guy called Edom.
Yeah.
be, but then that's just
And Edom's
not about
cheese.
cheese.
No, but it's,
Nothing about how it's made backwards. But here all night.
see, this is why he writes the songs,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Words on his feet.
I actually fell for that joke the first time it got told to me.
Yeah.
About
So did
Edam being made backwards.
I, but I was 11.
Jesus. Okay, you discover your instruments are actually ancient relics with hidden powers. What do you want them to do?
I fucking love Chat GPT.
You didn't earlier.
That's not a very good answer, mate.
So let's go right to the left. My right to left.
Yeah.
Vocals, guitar. What do you want them both to do? If they've got music, if they've got powers.
Magical powers.
I don't know.
Left to right.
Personally, be able to play itself. No,
I'd be that guy from Scott Pilgrim.
I'd want it to be able to like move objects around the room.
Okay.
That'd be pretty cool.
So while you're playing, you move everyone dancing. And,
Yeah, just like dance, like, you know, when it's so horrible just to stand when we're playing the tunes and people are just stood there like looking at you like,
yeah.
it's just so like just to be able to make them like dance and be like your guitar makes you dance. Anyway, I feel like
Like
there's some good ideas
snake.
brewing here.
Like making it like when you play the
Oh, yeah.
The snake comes out.
I think it's so cool to fly, like just like
Like that Weezer
like start
clip.
singing.
Yes,
like, fly.
I sent these. There's a video
Yeah.
of Weezer.
Stop
No.
referencing names.
There's a video of Weezer, and they're just playing a random Weezer song, and then halfway through the Weezer song, all of them just fly up in the air because they're all on like towed cables, and it just makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
They
That's
haven't
like
got
do you know what? It's like I've just watched it.
I hope I've painted a really good picture in your head.
Yeah, you could say that.
I feel like the only appropriate one for drums would be to like, I don't know, like make earthquakes or some shit. Like,
That wouldn't
it's
be
got,
very
I
good
don't
though.
know. It wouldn't be good.
Oh no!
Brad, why do you want to
At what
make
point in the
earthquakes?
question did the power have to benefit humanity?
Oh right. Okay.
So you would cause natural disasters.
It's a mass destruction on an unprecedented level.
Yeah.
What, in the room or just in a random country around?
Oh yeah,
like-
no, I'm not talking like
Oh, you come
where
to see
I
our
am.
gig.
Yeah, it's just like
Goodbye. No.
It's just like it's just like play a gig and I hit the bass drum once. It's like, well, that's Fiji gone.
Yeah.
Ollie.
That's good.
I'm sorry.
Come on, you had a
I
good
don't follow
one.
that one.
Yeah, what's wrong with Fiji,
I
man?
don't like the water.
Don't laugh.
I don't like the water.
Yeah. If every time,
Doesn't
if
have
every time
Wetherspoons.
like you jumped, you could teleport to a different place. Like you could teleport into the crowd, like in a massive mosh pit. So you're waiting for it to go. You jump, you get into the middle of the mosh pit, and you can jump, and you jump out of it. Great, like the whole crowd. Cheers, man.
Thank you so much.
So it's just not practical with a drum kit. So you see why I picked my answer.
Yeah. So you went instead of practicality.
Yeah, just get rid of Fuji.
I'm gonna fuck the world up.
Have you got one, Peter?
I've already said.
Can we,
Oh, did you?
no positive ones.
What was mine?
Well,
Make people dance.
Maybe people dance.
Yeah,
I get that as
so-
positive. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
A futuristic AI band challenges you to a battle of the bands, but they can only play mathematically perfect music. What is your strategy to beat them?
Just act like right idiots on stage.
I think play as normal.
Play as normal, yeah, and
I
that'll
think-
really shock them.
Yeah, I think we can.
spend the 30 minutes not. Just play like one song or something, and then spend the rest of the 25 minutes just telling people that these aren't real people. You should vote for.
Serious
humanity.
answer.
There's
You
nothing to do with voting. in that
serious
question.
answer. You listen to anything MIDI and it sounds like shit, and that'll tell you all you need to know. Really.
So you'd just be better. You'd just be better by proxy. You just
By
The
aura.
human
Yeah.
element is what makes it good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's why MIDI songs don't sound great because
good answer.
You could
I
do,
reckon.
you could do it like a jam session, because I suppose like AI could never do a jam session, could they?
no,
I
okay.
don't think we get to make the rules though. I don't
No,
know.
we've got the smartest AI. Well, it's given us these questions, like the smartest AI ever. Like just writing music, but like you say, it's mathematically perfect, like to the point.
Yeah, I
Like,
suppose.
are we
having
not-
to-
are we not
To the
just talking about timing
nanosecond.
there, like timing, because timing isn't what makes.
Well, that's
timing
why
is
I always
good
say
in-
like by mathematical precision. I'd say like.
Yeah.
But then also,
Was it
it
just a song
always
about maths?
follows the rules of music theory. It doesn't ever branch out and be creative.
I think the day AI writes a
Maybe
better song
cuts.
than Blessings, then it will get 25,000 streams in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so get trying.
Keep dreaming, pal.
Yeah.
I
Keep
rate it.
dreaming, pal.
Hey, I'm AI.
It's unfortunately getting to the time of the podcast where we have to start saying goodbye. Do you have any questions for myself, Jordan, Original Voice,
How have you coped
Yeah,
in this past 2 hours?
with you guys in the room? Honestly, I've done a lot of podcasts with a lot of interesting people.
Have you ever come across a Philip?
Come on, man.
I don't think I've ever come across a Philip after 2 beers. No.
2 minutes.
I'm like this normally. I'm like this normally. I want that known. I am like
That's
this normally.
collectively 1 pint.
But it's been an absolute pleasure
Yeah.
having you
Thank
guys on.
you.
I would love to have you on in another year or two,
Oh,
just to
definitely.
see where you are, what you did. Like, don't forget us when you're famous.
Oh no, not
Oh,
all,
we
man.
are.
We've had an absolute blast, and we appreciate you guys giving us the platform with the OV Live as well. I mean, it was really early into sort of our career, wasn't it? So
Yeah, no, it
like it
helped.
gave us a really big boost, and you know, having such a good quality piece of content to send out, you know, when we're playing for things like festivals and stuff, it's really great, and it makes a big difference. So we really appreciate you guys as well. Buy the clothing, wear art, not labels.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the good words. At the end of every podcast, we ask the band to play us a song as our outro music. Now you have options here. There is a piano set in the corner that you would like to go and play, or there's a new song that's coming out in 2 days. Do we get a little taster?
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, using the
Yeah.
What with the piano?
Yeah.
So
Should we,
for
should we just let Peter take it away and give us a bit of a, or do you want to?
We could
I
all
mean,
get into
we
it
could-
if we could.
Yeah.
We could all play it. We could all play it. The
yeah
guys said I
on
could
the
play
keys on the
bass.
piano.
Well,
Not
not
all
all
at
on one
once.
piano. Not all on one piano.
I mean, if we've got the instruments here, we can change the cameras around
Please.
and let's fuck shit up.
Let's fuck
Yeah.
shit up,
Fuck shit
man.
up.
Yeah.
Fuck shit up
So,
more than we already have.
Again, thank you very much for coming in
Thank
and
you
doing
for
the
having
podcast.
us.
Thank you.
The next
been a
thing you're going to
pleasure.
see is, what's the song called?
Chains.
Chains. I was going to say blessings.
Chains. By the time this
Not
podcast
blessings.
is out, it's going to be on all
streaming
platforms.
We
It's
should
gonna
have
be
a music
on-
video by then as well.
It's going to have a music
Yeah,
video.
yeah,
and It's
yeah.
going to have 100k streams.
At least.
That's
So-
that's a minimum. Yeah.
Make sure you check it out.
Obviously.
This has been Alchemy. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you very much.
See ya.
Woo!